Audio now coming? Audio? Am I audible to you? Yes. In the last class, we have done the basis of classification. You have to confirm me what was the last basis that we have completed. Just confirm me that. Or whether all the 6 bases of classification that we were supposed to do were complete. Phylum. Were we doing the phylum? About to start the phylum. Perfect. Perfect. So what we have completed is level of organization, symmetry. We have complete na level of organization and symmetry. Appendi level of organization, cellular tissue, and symmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Anyone can. Germ layers, complete. Germ layers, that means diploblastic and triploblastic, also complete. So phylum we have to start. Completed 3 germ. Okay, very good. So phylum literally means, phyle means a cavity. Phylum is the body cavity. So where is this body cavity present? See, not every cavity is a body cavity as such. The oral cavity is not a body cavity. Gastric cavity or colonic cavity, these are not the body cavity. So as such, the phylum or peritoneum or the true body cavity. So let us understand the true body cavity. In zoology, a true body cavity is supposed to be present inside the mesoderm. That means in triploblastic organizations where there are 3 germ layers, in those organizations, so let me show you, this is the outer body wall and this is the gut wall. Outer body wall, it's a gut wall, okay, and outer body wall. And in between, we find the mesoderm. Inside the mesoderm, in the form of 2 pouches, the cavity can be found in the form of one big pouch here and the other side also one big pouch. So this is the phylum. This pouch system in the form of these pouches, the red color I have shown here. The red color I have shown, this is in fact, it is formed as if there are 2 big bags filled with fluid are surrounding the gut. 2 big bags filled with fluid surround the gut from all sides. And because of that, inside that we can see a cavity. And you know, this cavity, this is the true body cavity, also called the phylum. Phylum is the body cavity. When we say it is the true body cavity. True body cavity. Are you guys with me so far? Okay. So not every cavity can be called a phylum. A phylum is present inside the mesoderm and it is lined by the mesoderm. So all this, of course, these are membranes. So we can say these are the membranes. Membranes derived from which germ layer? Derived from mesoderm. Mesoderm. Derived from mesoderm. Animals having this, they are known as the coelomates. Animals don't have this, they are acoelomates. So, phylum type of classification is used to classify, it is used to further classify the triploblastic animals. Triploblastic animals. Are you guys with me? Learn this line, last line. It is used to further classify triploblastic animals. So whether all triploblastic animals are coelomates? No, we are not saying that. But all coelomates are triploblastic animals. Okay, all coelomates are triploblastic, but all triploblastic are not necessarily coelomates. This is what I mean to say by this. Okay, so all coelomates must be triploblastic, otherwise they cannot be coelomates. So this particular cavity is called the phylum. Now let us understand the triploblastic animals. In triploblastic animals, they can have three possibilities. One possibility, phylum is absent. One possibility, a true phylum is present. True phylum present. And intermediate one possibility is also seen, a false phylum. False phylum is present, a false phylum. So totally absent, completely present, and a false, not a true but a false present. Let us use the terms. When it is absent, these animals are known as acoelomates. So acoelomates are where they don't have the phylum. These are known as pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomates. And those it is present true phylum, they are known as eucoelomates. Now, sometimes people also use coelomates, but ideally it should be eucoelomates. Okay, so acoelomates, pseudocoelomates, eucoelomates. Examples: the acoelomate phylum is Platyhelminthes. The Platyhelminthes is acoelomate phylum. Example: Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. The pseudocoelomate, only one phylum example you have to learn, that is Aschelminthes. And eucoelomates are Annelida to Chordata. So all the remaining one, that means how many total? 6 are there. All triploblastic, how many phyla are there? 6, 7, 8. Total 8 phyla. 8 phyla, and we can further classify the 8 phyla into one separate as triploblastic acoelomate, only one phylum example. Triploblastic pseudocoelomate is only one phylum example, and Aschelminthes roundworms, and the remaining one are true coelomates. Just follow this, learn this. This is the phylum and how we can classify the animals on the basis of phylum. That's it. So if someone asks you, name the only phylum, name the phylum which is triploblastic but acoelomate, Platyhelminths. Name the pseudocoelomate phylum. In the whole world, only one phylum, Aschelminthes. And the remaining 3 are the coelomates, the true coelomates. Now, some scientists or some taxonomists further classify these 6 on the basis of how the coelom is formed and other basis, whether the first opening of the blastula, the blastopore, will it become the mouth, will it become the anus, on that basis. Well, we'll keep it for reserve. Okay, I'll keep it for reserve. First, let me complete the remaining one, NCERT one. Okay, so this is one of the classification. Classification number 4. I mean, the basis of classification number 4 is presence of phylum and triploblastic, because this should be in the mesoderm, inside the mesoderm. So if any phylum is diploblastic, it is 100% acoelomate. Okay, so okay, this also I want to clear. So, acoelomate phyla. Name the phyla which are acoelomate. Okay. So a point can come to your mind is platyhelminths. Pakka, platyhelminths. But beta, please learn that if someone asks you about the Ctenophora, what will you say? Ctenophora coelom present or absent? It is absent. So what do you call it? Acoelomate, yes. Ctenophora. Similarly, Cnidaria present or absent? Absent. Acoelomate phyla. Okay. And Porifera, present or absent? Sir, it is absent. So we can consider these phyla in the animal kingdom which are acoelomates. Make sense? Okay. So yes, we used to classify the coelomates, but when questions, you have to radically choose between plus and minus, presence or absence. So acoelomate means without a coelom, and without a coelom is correct. These four phyla are without a coelom. I think so far. I'll keep this space for something additional. For example, how the coelom is formed and what happens to the blastopore, etc. Let me come to the other basis of classification number 5, and this is segmentation. Very easy, segmentation. If you closely observe some animals, you will find that their bodies are formed as if once upon a time they were independent organisms, and now they have come closer and they become fused once again. Some organisms can be seen as they are independent organisms once upon a time, long back. And now all of them, they have come together. They come together. In the beginning, they formed a colony system, and then they form a complete organism by fusion of these organisms. Yes, in the due course of evolution, every possibility can be seen. So all of them are fused to form a single organism. Now, when they are fused, still some organ systems are present in different segments, and they are serially repeated. But for example, their gut, now they have a common gut. So all of them, they have a common gut. So as such, still there are some organs which are present in all the organ system. For example, if I ask you what about in case of Annelida, they have a segmented ganglia. Annelidans have segmented ganglia. The ganglia are present in each segment and connected by two connectives, which becomes their nerve cord. They have got segmented nerves. So this, at least one organ can be seen in them which shows serial repetition. At least one organ can be seen in them which shows serial. Listen to my words very carefully. At least one, more than one, definitely, but at least one, then we can say that. And they are segmented outside as well as inside. This is a segmented form. These segments are known as metameres. Metameres. And what this phenomenon can be called? Yes, the phenomenon can be called metamerism. Metamerism. So metamerism means true segmentation. True segmentation. True segmentation. Okay? Metamerism, true segmentation. So far you are with me? All clear? Very simple. True segmentation, metamerism. Examples. Now the phyla which shows true segmentation, examples. I tell you how I learned them. I learned them just remembering their acronyms. For example, I learned AAC. AAC, and this will help you in examination very much. AAC. So what are AAC? Annelida, Arthropoda, Chordata. So the first phylum to show segmentation is Annelida. Okay, Annelida. Then another A for arthropods, and then Chordata. These are the examples of segmented phyla. Phylum showing segmentation. Now, Annelida, very clearly we can even see their bodies as if there is a serial repetition of the units. Units means metameres. Very clearly. But let us say arthropoda. In arthropoda, please revise. In case of cockroach, come on, tell me. In case of cockroach, my question is, the body can be divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Can you please tell me how many segments fuse to form the head capsule? Please tell me how many segments fuse to form the head capsule. Very good answer. Very good answer. 6 segments. Perfect. And how many segments in the thorax? There are 3 segments. Now, coming to the abdomen, how many segments are present in the abdomen? Number of segments present in the very good. So 10 segments are present in the abdomen. Very good. 10 segments are present in the abdomen. So this is, you have revised the cockroach also, structural organization, and also you come across a phenomenon that even if you don't see this type of metameres outside inside, even then there is metamerism. In chordata, you cannot notice that freely outside the body, but even they have metamerism. Even we are having metameric segmentation. Our body has metameric segmentation. Our vertebrae, so we have got 7 cervical vertebrae, 12 thoracic vertebrae, and we have got 5 lumbar vertebrae, 5 sacral fused to form 1, okay, and coccygeal, the tailbone, small tailbone. So we have got, so in every segment, in the spinal cord also, every segment, C1, C2, C3, C4, in the same way, segmented nerves are coming out. Segmented nerves come out and they supply the body. And even like, the muscles of the neck region, the back, whole back, in the whole back muscles, there are segmented muscles are there, which are holding the back straight. They are segmented muscles. Okay. Even in the front also, segmented muscles are there. Now, there are 2 long muscles in the abdomen, tummy, that make the tummy. These are known as rectus abdominis. Rectus, straight, rectus abdominis. No need to learn the name of the muscle here. You will learn the name next year when you go to the college. Right now, just learn. Rectus abdominis, like in my body, you cannot even notice that. But then some people who do the leg raise and sit-ups and exercise of the abdominal muscle, you can notice by the side of the umbilicus 2 ridges are there. Some people, they develop it so thoroughly that you can even, each segmented nature pops up. They come out as if, there are different buns kept on the tummy. Buns. And, it's now in fashion. People show them and they say, I am having 6 packs ab. I developed 4, my target is 6 packs, okay? So those packs are, those buns are nothing but those are segmented nature of the muscle. So though you may look like 2 long cylindrical muscle, but itself it is made up of in different segments. It develop in different segments, segmented, and that's what we see in rectus abdominis, okay? Weak syllabus already has been told to you. Weak syllabus already has been told to you, Lenovo. Just look into the group beta. Earlier in the beginning, we sent one and then we modify it and send the next one. Beta, notice? Anyone else can confirm here? If not, I can ask the man who is sitting outside, who is taking care of all this. Not sent? Okay. Anyone else can say not sent? I say sorry for that. I say sorry for that. Just 1 second. ये ऑनलाइन में सिलेबस नहीं गया है ना?
ऑनलाइन में सिलेबस?
हाँ.
यूट्यूब में जा रहे हैं सर, ये सिलेबस नहीं दिया, ऑनलाइन में सिलेबस नहीं भेजा, यूट्यूब
ये
में
जो
जाना है।
बच्चा है ना, ये वाला बच्चा,
ये वाला बच्चे को नहीं दिया, यूट्यूब में अपलोड करना है
सिलेबस।
हाँ, यूट्यूब में अपलोड कर, सेपरेट ग्रुप्स नहीं बनाए थे ना अभी तक।
अच्छा,
सेपरेटली व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स नहीं बनाए, यूट्यूब में टाइम टेबल जा रहे हैं ना।
इनकी ग्रुप नहीं अलग से?
हाँ ना, अलग से। ऐसा डिस्प्ले करना है बस, पूछ लेता हूँ, यूट्यूब में डाल देंगे।
प्लीज पूछ लेना,
हाँ।
मैं अपना सब्जेक्ट का बता देता हूँ, बाकी
सब्जेक्ट
सबका
का बता, बाकी सबका पेपर।
I did not get a satisfactory answer, maybe, but in zoology I can tell you, pardon me for that. I thought you are knowing that the first 4 phylum, they are in the syllabus, platyhelminths, up to platyhelminths will be there in the first test. And what he told me that something is uploaded in the YouTube, something like that. So we will see what is that. Meanwhile, every teacher you can ask him, okay, personally, so he can tell his own syllabus, own, YouTube में भी नहीं भेज सर अभी तक. Okay. It will be done today. Meanwhile, I am telling you, in zoology, it is up to platyhelminths. In the beginning, it was given as a different one. Then, I think in the last class only, I gave you some idea about that. In my subject, it will be somewhere between the platyhelminths to Annelida. So, dear children, please learn this, that these 3 are the examples of segmentation. Now, the last basis of classification I will discuss here, and you know what is that? This is the notochord. Notochord. Noto means rod-like, cord is a cord, okay? A rod-like cord, notochord, okay? So what exactly this notochord is? It means a rod-like, it's a flexible, a rod-like. It is made up of connective tissue. It is made up of connective tissue. You know that connective tissue also help in providing support. It is not only connection, but also support. Therefore, this is mesodermal in origin. Mesodermal in origin. And its function is to provide support to the nerve cord. Its function is to provide support to the nerve cord. So the nerve cord, which is lying just above the notochord, once again, it is just lying above the notochord. This is the nerve cord. It is lying above the notochord. And this is providing support. So it has got projections, which is coming from that end also, and it is providing support. It is giving, because nerve cord is a very delicate structure. This is extending its arms to completely surround the nerve cord, extending its arms. Make sense? Okay. So guys, I have also made another diagram with the help of an artist that I will show you in the pen drive. Meanwhile, just understand that, where is the gut? This is the gut, beta. Here is the gut. Okay. And where is the, so this is the dorsal region, dorsal. These are the animals who have got nerve cord dorsally present. And this is their ventral region, ventral side, ventral. The placement of the notochord, this is the notochord. Notochord. The placement of the, and this is the gut. Gut, this is the nerve cord, NC nerve cord. Now, can I say, tell you very clearly sides. Notochord is dash to gut. Notochord is dash to gut. Notochord is dash to the nerve cord. Now, the dash has to be filled with dorsal or ventral. Fill with between dorsal and ventral. So either dorsal or ventral. Come on. Yes. So what shall I write? Notochord is dash to the gut. So what to the gut? Just answer dorsal or ventral. What to the gut? Yes, it is lying dorsal to the gut. And what to the nerve cord? Ventral to the nerve cord. Very good. It is lying dorsal. It is lying dorsal to the gut. It is lying dorsal to the gut and it is lying ventral to the nerve cord. This is another question which is important. The notochord is present, okay? It is present, and if it is present pakka in the larva. So let us keep the the minimum condition or qualification to having a notochord is that the notochord is present in larva. Later on, present or absent, not guarantee, but if it is present in larva or it may be absent in the larva. If it is present in larva, then these animals are known as chordates. Animals are called chordates. And those who are not having the notochord in the larva, these are called non-chordates. Non-chordates. In fact, phylum chordata is one phylum. Phylum chordata is an example of the chordates. The name itself is chordata. These are the chordates. These animals are chordates because they have notochord in their larva. Minimum qualification to having the notochord or to being a chordate is that the larva should possess maybe any place of larva throughout the larval bag or even the tail of the larva, anywhere in the larva. If it is present, then you will be given the certificate of a chordate. I think this makes sense, okay? So this helps us in classifying the chordates and non-chordates. The higher animals, they belong to the phylum Chordata because they are chordates. One more thing you have noticed here, that those who are chordates, they have got the nerve cord present dorsally, okay? So in chordates, already you have noticed one thing, that the nerve cord is present dorsally. Otherwise, in all the non-chordates, the nerve cord is ventral. Here, the nerve cord is dorsal. The nerve cord is dorsal here. In the remaining, nerve cord is ventral. Okay? But here, then only we can say it is lying ventral to the nerve cord. It is lying ventral because here the nerve cord, this is a nerve cord and this is a dorsal nerve cord. Okay? So this is a dorsal nerve cord. These animals, and here the nerve cord is ventral. In all the non-chordates, the nerve cord is ventral. However, there are other features also, the feature which help us to classify them, but one which can be seen in the diagram itself is this one. If you take a section of these animals, if you show a section of these animals, so this is, suppose this side is a dorsal, this side is a ventral, and this is a gut, and so this is the nerve cord here. The nerve cord can be seen here, and the notochord is here. So this is the structure which is called notochord. And this is a NC nerve cord, and this is the gut, dorsal side and ventral side. Well, guys, that is all about the notochord, and that is all about the classification, the basis of classification. I hope I made all these points clear to you, and now we will do the phylum by phylum. We will first start with, see, we'll be doing phylum in bundles. I am keeping first 4 phylum in one bundle, and we will complete first 4 phylum in one bundle. Bundle does not mean that we will be comparing them in the table, because table is good for revision but not for discussing the first time. I have seen that students, those who have doubt, the doubt still remain a doubt. Those who have done it nicely, for them it is good, no problem. But those who have doubt earlier, the doubt still remain if we can do it only in the table for the first time. Revision is good from the revision is done from the table. Dear children, let me start with the phylum. So when we are doing phyla, the first 4 phyla, So we can say Porifera to Platyhelminth. This is one group, one bundle. Let me start with phylum Porifera. Okay, let me recall the main points first. The members of this phylum are known as sponges. Why we are calling them sponges? Because they have got pores all over the body. Two category of pores, for in as well as for out. The water goes inside the body. These are called ostia. Many pores which help us to put the water inside. And there is one osculum through which the water goes out. Okay. So the design is somewhat like this. The design. So there are many ostia like this. You can see many ostia. The water is coming inside through these ostia. Actually, the name is ostium, one, but the plural becomes ostia. And there is one pore here through which the water is going out. So that one is osculum. Pores are there, and therefore they are known as sponges. Ostia many for input and osculum one for output. And in between there is a cavity, and this cavity is known as spongocoel. The cavity is called spongocoel. I think so far all points are clear to everyone. Phylum Porifera, the members, they are the most primitive animals. They are the most primitive animals. They have got cellular level of organization, cellular grade of organization. They are the most primitive animals. Okay, very good. What else we can know about them? Now, we can find them fixed. So they are non-motile. They are sessile. The term sessile stands for non-motile. So what is opposite to sessile? Sessile opposite is motile. Motile means movable. Sessile means non-motile. So either you can call them as non-motile or you can call them as sessile. Can I say that sessile means fixed to the bottom or fixed to the substratum? Yes, obviously it is fixed, therefore it is not moving now. It is fixed, therefore it is not moving. So yes, it makes sense. Okay, sessile. They are fixed. Animals are not moving, they are fixed. They are found in, many are found in oceans. Many of them are marine. Very few are freshwater. In fact, scientists could remember only one common example, which is freshwater, is Spongilla. Spongilla is a freshwater sponge. It is Spongilla, a freshwater sponge. Please remember, this is an important question. Spongilla, freshwater sponge. Other are marine. Most of them are marine. The only phylum which has got intracellular digestion. Digestion inside the cell, just like as in amoeba. Okay, so just like that of as in amoeba. So just for your reference, just like you have done it in amoeba, same intracellular digestion. The only phylum devoid of neurons, nerve cells. No nerve cell found in this phylum. Okay, so something which is very characteristically present here. Yes, these pores are characteristically present, and more important than see, the water is moving. It's not that it is just we keep them inside and okay, the water is filled everywhere. You won't find that there is a current of water flowing. There has to be some pumping action. So where is the pump lying in this basic form? Actually, the pump is lying in the form of, some arms are there, some flagellar movement, and those flagella are actually making the water current as if I'm moving the water, and therefore my body will also move. So I can move the water, right? If I move my arm, I can move the water. If I'm standing in a very less deep, pool, I can move the water by my arm. This same action is done by the flagella of these special cells. These special cells are only seen in these animals. These cells, they have a collar, and therefore these cells are known as coanocytes. Coanocytes. Coano means collar, okay? And they have a flagellum. So there is a flagellum, and this is collar cell. And collar cells are hashtag. That means they are exclusively found in this phylum. No other phylum has got these collar cells. And where you find these collar cells, I'll write here. You can find these collar cells lining the canal, and also in the spongocoel, both in the canals and spongocoel. They are found in both canals and spongocoel. Collar cells are there. Coanocytes. These collar cells are called coanocytes. Coan means collar. Cyte means cell. O is the combining vowel. Okay? So coanocytes. Hashtag canal system. This water canal system. Water canal system. Water canal system is also something hashtag. Because of these coanocytes, there is a canal system found. Hashtag in this. That means no other phylum has got this. This is their lifeline. I call this as their lifeline. This help in their food capture. This helps in their respiratory exchange, gaseous exchange, and this help in their removal of waste. You will notice that I am missing some more points. I am only making you remember the NCERT lines. Because our purpose is not to become zoologist, our purpose is to become doctor. So for that we have to learn the book as it is. And authors of or the paper setters do not expect you to read some more higher books other than NCERT. It is enough for preparing for this competition. So food capture, respiratory exchange, and removal of waste. Respiratory exchange, because when the water is moving, more DO, dissolved oxygen, is coming. Otherwise, if the water is static, they can exchange. So around them, the water has less DO. So slowly and slowly, the gaseous exchange will be diminished. But because it is moving, so DO is good maintained around these cells. Okay, so dear children, I hope, and only phylum with intracellular digestion is also this one, only phylum with without a nerve cell, and well, they are sessile, and also they are asymmetric, beta, asymmetrical cellular grade. I think you will not forget any of these points. All my students will at least remember these points. Some examples I want you to remember, but I don't want to do hodgepodge on this page. I'm doing it on the next page. Examples. Well, I'm also sharing with you, I will also share with you a sheet containing examples, phylum name examples. Example only NCERT examples, nothing more than that. Example. There is something known as Skypha. There is something known as bath sponge. There is something known as fresh water sponge. I'll tell you, boring sponge, boring sponge. It is a threat to, it is a threat to pearl industry, because it drill a hole in the oysters, in the pearl oysters. Boring sponge, threat to the pearl industry, threat to the pearl economy. Boring sponge. Venus flower basket. Venus flower basket. Flower basket is actually a gift. Venus for beauty. Venus flower basket. This is a gift also called the gift of Japan. Gift of Japan. In fact, it is not the gift to Japan, neither the Japan gift to someone, but inside in Japan, the newlywed couple, they have been given some symbol of association. They have been given some symbol, okay? So that is, the in Buddhism, in Zen Buddhism, many symbols, and I think symbols are everywhere, even in Hinduism also, in every religion, symbols, okay? So according to that, a symbol of union till death is very good for newlywed couples. So what they do, there is a sponge, so both are same. And the dried skeleton of this sponge, they bring the dried skeleton of the sponge. And it is having a very cross network, a very intricate network of these spicules. One more thing I want to add in sponges is the endoskeleton. They have got endoskeleton, very important point, endoskeleton. So what happens that two small shrimp can be seen inside. Shrimp are arthropod, but for a common man who does not know zoology, for them, these look like small fish. So two small fish in the skeleton, it means they are bound till death. Even death did not make them apart. So this is a Venus flower basket or gift of Japan. Okay, these are some common, and I'll write the scientific name, common names. I'll write the scientific name. This is Sycon. Bathing sponge is U. Spongia. Freshwater sponge is Spongilla. These pictures are given in the textbook. You have to do the pictures also. Boring sponge is Cliona. It kills the oysters, pearl oysters. Cliona. And the Venus flower basket is Euplactella. 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 It is Euplactella. E-U-U, plact, P-L-E-C-T, plact, E-double-L-A, Euplactella, Cliona. These two names I have just added from my side. The remaining three are given in the NCERT also. These, if you remember, I don't think so you will have any problem among the examples. Now, some points which I want to mention here is that they have an endoskeleton. They have got an endoskeleton, and this endoskeleton is made up of the spicules. Spicules, okay? Spicules, spicules means kata, spicules or fibers, spongin fibers. Fibers are made up of a protein called spongin. Spicules are made up of silica, calcium, even calcium also. Spicule means small kante. There is a Telugu word for spicule. Anyone can give me any Telugu word for spicule? Something unna. What is that? Munna. Telugu word for spicules. Mullu. Okay? Mullu. Thank you, Nikita. Mullu is the meaning. So small mullus, they form an intricate network inside. Remember that they have got endoskeleton. One more thing, they reproduce both asexually as well as sexually. Asexually by fragmentation. They reproduce fragmentation as well as sexually. This phylum has very high power of regeneration. Very high power of regeneration. highest power in fact, of regeneration. Among the phylum, if you have to give the name of a phylum with highest power of regeneration, you can say phylum Porifera. Fragmentation, asexually. The most important thing is that they have got internal fertilization. Yes, they have got internal fertilization. Never forget, they have got internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. Once all these non-chordates are over, then I will give you the trick to remember internal fertilization, external fertilization. Right now, just learn the first phylum. The first phylum that we are studying, this is having internal fertilization. You can make some trick in the mind that the first phylum to study, we studied is having internal fertilization. Generally, internal fertilization can be seen in higher advanced forms. But this is the one which shows, yes, this is something special for them. Internal fertilization, endoskeleton, two things internal, two things are inside. These two things are inside. Make sense? Okay, done. And one more thing about their development. They have got a larva. Generally, in the beginning, there is an indirect development. So there is a larva, and can I shift the page? Okay, there is a larva. Okay. Afterwards, I will also share the, what you call that, QR code. You can take the pics. Okay. So larva, a larva is a different from newborn baby. Generally, a baby born, we see it is a small in size. But otherwise, if you see the baby, I mean, the structure is same as that of adult. Only thing it's small. Only thing it's small. Otherwise, it is having same pattern. The body design is same. So anatomy is same. Even the physiology, the baby is peeing, but the pee, the urine contains same urea. Adult contains urea. So this is a newborn baby, but in some animals, the form is an intermediate form is found, which is quite different from the adult. And not only you can see that it is different from the adult structurally, but even functionally also it is different. I'll take some example here to make you understand this intermediate form. For example, the tadpole of a frog. The adult frog, you see adult frog, how it looks like. A tadpole looks like a fish, not like the adult frog. The tadpole is herbivorous. It is herbivorous. Adult frog is carnivorous. Carnivorous. Tadpole is amonotelic. 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 Frog is ureotelic. Ureo. So structurally, physiologically, this form is quite different from the adult. So this is the adult and this is a stage. So what to call this? It's not a newborn baby. This is known as a larva. It is a developmental stage. It is a developmental stage. But this, and you know what happens to this larva? Later on, larva transform its shape and then it becomes the adult. The transformation happens. This transformation of the larva into the adult is known as metamorphosis. Meta means different, other. Meta means other form. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. So yes, eventually it will become the adult shape, but intermediate. So this type of development is called indirect development. Because there is an intermediate form is present, so this type of development is called indirect development. Many lower forms, they have indirect development. Porifera is having indirect development. Porifera has indirect development. Please learn this. Larval stage is present. No need to learn the names of the larva, but what is a larva? Okay, what is a larva that you have understood? It's a developmental stage. It is a developmental. It's a developmental stage. It is different. It is different both morphologically as well as physiologically, different from adult. So from the adults, it is different, both morphologically and physiologically. I hope you understand. And well, this is about the development. I think all points are done. And with this, we come to the end of Porifera. Not even a single point I have discussed from outside NCERT. Only 2 points like Cliona killing, and Euplactella, such a beautiful thing associated with it. So I know that you will not forget about that. Remaining all the things I have just done from my side, but only thing I have added is like endoskeleton. It is not mentioned, but I have just specifically told that this is endoskeleton, like that. Not separately written that the neurons are absent, but I picked up only phylum where nerve cells are absent is this phylum. So that from my experience I have picked up. But in terms of the terms or any other fact, all facts are in your textbook. So it is your responsibility to remember these examples. It is a responsibility to remember, and the remaining two, this one Cliona and Euplactella, I just added from my side. Okay, I think phylum Nidaria. Anyone having any problem? Phylum Nidaria or phylum, also called Coelenterata. So you will, I'll make you understand the term meaning and all, which will help you to recall in case if you just miss that thing. But from the term you can recall what does this mean, like that. Anything we missed in phylum Porifera? One thing we are missing. Anyone can tell me what is that we are missing in phylum Porifera? Digestion we have done. Show diagram of notochord. Okay, I'll show the diagram. One thing we are missing in phylum Porifera. Can anyone notice that? Hermaphrodite. Yes, very good. They are monoecious. They are hermaphrodite. The first 4 phylum, they are hermaphrodite. Make it a thumb rule. Today, the phylum that we have taken in this bundle, the first 4 phylum are hermaphrodite. The first 4 phylum are hermaphrodite. Only one exception in platyhelminths, but that exception won't come in your examination. My guarantee. That exception will not come in your examination. As such, platyhelminths, they are hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodite, also called monoecious. Hermaphrodite, also called monoecious. Mono means one. In one body only, both the sexes are present. Both the sexes are present in one body. That is the meaning of this is pseudocoelom, not this. Okay. This diagram make you understand the notochord. You can clearly see it is lying just above. So this is a nerve cord. This light yellow color is nerve cord, and this is notochord. And these are the cartilaginous outgrowth from lateral side. Okay, lateral means by the side of the nerve cord. Okay. Let us not get into this cartilage thing. Just remember that these are the neural, projections by the side, which ultimately will become the side projections of the vertebral column in the shape of the vertebra, structure of the vertebra. At that time, I will say to you that this was those purple color lines that I have drawn in that diagram this represents that. So this is a notochord, a supportive structure, and regarding its presence, okay. So now, this is a branchiostoma, which is one of the chordate. This is a chordata, one member of the phylum Chordata. In Chordata, very clearly you can see the nerve cord, it comes in the dorsal side. This is for sure in Chordata. And this nerve cord is supported by notochord. So this structure, which is supported, is the notochord. And you can see this side is the belly side. So this is the ventral side, and this is the dorsal side, ventral dorsal. So understand, we can say this notochord, and this is a nerve cord. It is ventral to the nerve cord and dorsal to the gut. This is a gut, dorsal to the gut. Okay, this diagram is the simplest form diagram of one of the chordate. This is one of the chordate. In chordata, I will explain further the other points of these chordates. Right now, just understand those who have, they are called chordates. Those who don't have, they all are non-chordates. So all the phyla are non-chordates. I think I have explained you this thing, and this I have kept it in reserve, not required for now. Okay, done. Dear children, I have also told you about the body plan. In fact, just understand the type of body plan. This is a cell aggregate body plan, as clearly you can see here. Now, this is a cnidarian with a single opening, and this is the blind sac body plan, a blind sac body plan. And this is a body plan which is a tube within a tube body plan. It is a tube within a tube body plan. Once again, it's a tube within a tube. That means the gut represents the internal tube, the gut represents the internal tube, and the body wall represents the external tube. So that's how we can call it as tube within a tube, okay? So this is the body wall, and the red thing is the gut. So you can understand, just like a refill, just like a ball pen, there is a refill inside and the pen body. So this is a tube within a tube, okay? It is a tube within a tube, within a tube. This is a blind sac, bow plan. Bow plan is same as body plan. We can also call it bow plan. And this is a cell aggregate body plan. Cell aggregate, only three type of body plans are there. Three type of body plans are there. Now, this type of body plan is present in cnidarians and ctenophora, and from Eschalminthes onwards, cnidaria, ctenophora, and platyhelminths. Because from Eschalminthes, they have tube within a tube body plan. Eschalminthes onwards, they have a tube within a tube body plan. Once again, cell aggregate body plan is in Porifera. This body plan is found in cnidaria, ctenophora, and platyhelminths. Cnidaria, ctenophora, platyhelminths, and Eschalminthes, and then up to the chordata, they have got tube within a tube body plan. Well, guys, this is given on page number, I think, 40. On page number 40, probably this is given your textbook. Please open this in your textbook. Okay. So this classification help us to classify the animals, and let us begin. So animals are metazoans. Okay. Metazoans means they are multicellular heterotrophic forms. Once again, animals are multicellular heterotrophic, heterotrophs, which have holozoic nutrition, holozoic mode of nutrition. These are animals, multicellular heterotrophs, holozoic nutrition. On the basis of the level of organization, we can divide them. So we find a cellular level with this, because only one example is in the cellular level, phylum Porifera. Remaining 10 phyla are now we have in this group, which have tissue, organ, and organ system. The next we have used here symmetry. The what type of symmetry? Okay, asymmetrical phyla is that. So these are symmetrical. Some have radial symmetry, remaining them have what? Bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry can be seen in only two phyla, Nidaria and Ctenophora. Only two phyla radial symmetry, and remaining all there is bilateral symmetry. Okay. Now, so there are 8 of them, bilateral symmetry, 8 of them. Now we can use the coelom method to classify. So those who are acoelomate, we have kept in one place, platyhelminths. Those who have a pseudocoelomate, we have kept in one place, that is aschelminth. And those with a true coelom, 6 phylum, AAMEHC, 6 phylum, they have got the coelomates, they are true coelomates are this. Now, you may ask, sir, why we have used here symmetry and why not we have used further like tissue, organ, and that way we can divide? Yes, you can divide. Taxonomy is your own understanding. Now, this author believe in this way. You can do it. Which one is right? All are right. Here, right and wrong does not matter. It is your way of classification. I go to the library, I can classify them on the basis of subject. You go to the library, you classify them on the basis of language. Okay, so in that way, he goes to the library. He has got his own way of classification. So which one is correct? All are correct. All have got some flaws and some advantage. Some flaws and some advantages. Make sense? This is important, children. This is given in your textbook also, and you have to learn this. Now coming to, I think I have explained you all the diagrams, and now let me bring you to the next phylum, phylum Nidaria, Coelenterata. In this phylum, I can give you many things which resemble two. This is the second phylum of the animal kingdom. Second phylum of the animal kingdom. So they can see many things which resemble two. Okay. So let me just take you to what those twos are. Two number one, it is the second phylum of the animal kingdom. Second phylum of animal kingdom. Two number two, in this phylum, there are two body forms, two type of forms, two body designs or body forms. One is polyp and one is medusa. Polyp and medusa. Polyp is sessile, cylindrical, and medusa is motile. It is umbrella-like, umbrella shaped, motile, comma, umbrella, sessile, comma, cylindrical, polyp. I learn polyp like a pole. Polyp is like a pole. Just 2 more minutes. Polyp is like a pole. A pole is fixed. A pole is fixed, okay? And it is sessile. This is like a polyp. Let me complete these twos first. Then other twos are, this is a phylum which have got the digestion is both in extracellular and then intracellular, okay? So they have got extracellular digestion, then they have got intracellular digestion. This is also very special in them. Digestion is also both extracellular, sarvata, intracellular. One more thing which is true in this phylum is that there are two germ layers, okay? So they have got two germ layers, okay? So they are also known as diploblastic, two germ layers, and therefore they are called diploblastic. So these are the exclusive which we can remember. Second phylum of the animal kingdom, two body forms, okay? This is the phylum with tissue grade of organization. So this is the phylum with tissue grade of organization, diploblastic phylum, the phylum with radial symmetry, These we can already, the phylum which is acoelomate. So even without starting the phylum, These points already we know, and these points are from where? From the basis of classification. Now, two more tools I can write here. I can think of two more tools, okay? And what are these? Let me begin. They have got both marine as well as freshwater, both marine and freshwater. And they have got both sexual reproduction, and they have got asexual reproduction. If you can just be with me for one more minute, I can give you all the important differences of polyp and medusa. I can give you all the important differences of polyp and medusa. So polyp is a pole-like form, pole-like, erect, cylindrical and non-motile, fixed. Okay, it is fixed. Already we have written that, and this is motile. Already we have mentioned that. What thing we have not mentioned that a polyp reproduce asexually. Polyp asexually, a medusa reproduce sexually. Medusa reproduce sexually. My question to you is, which one is haploid, which one is diploid? Which one is haploid, which one is diploid? Yes, Navya, Hydra does come inside it. Very good. Which one is haploid, which one is diploid? Who will answer? There are some really good minds. Yes, you're right. Both are diploid. Both are diploid. So it was a trap. Both are diploid. This is not like the plant's haploid diploid type of alternation. Here, both are diploid forms. From here, we will continue. Okay. These are the main points. In fact, most of them are marine, few are freshwater. As someone said, Hydra. Hydra comes under it. You can remember Hydra as freshwater. Hydra is a polyp. You can remember Hydra as a polyp. One more polyp is Adamsia. Adamsia, which is also called sea anemone. Sea anemone, it is a muni. Sea anemone, Adamsia. Medusa forms, any example? Yes, Physalia. Physalia is also called Portuguese man of war. Portuguese man of war. Portuguese man of war. MOW, man of war. Who is a man of war? Portuguese M small o capital W. M man of war. Who is Portuguese man of war? Physalia. Physalia, okay? Then Aurelia. Aurelia. Jellyfish, also called moon jellyfish. Aurelia, also called moon jelly. So these examples also with the forms, please write down. Moon jellyfish, polyp, hydra, Adamsia. Adamsia, common name, sea anemone. Aurelia, jellyfish, Physalia. And my last question, which is just Aurelia, very good, jellyfish. Yes, Jahanvi. My last question to open question is, who is a man of war? Who is a man of war? Or what is a man of war? Soldier? Physalia, correct. What is the meaning of man of war? Physalia is a Portuguese man of war. God, Suhas, soldier. Anyone else who want to just check? Man of war, who fight in war. Okay? As a hint number two, hint number one. Hint number one already I have given that I did not say, I said, what is a man of war? Second thing. Second hint, it is not a man. It is neither a woman. Not a man, neither a woman. Yes, Amina Sheikh has given the correct answer. And yes, it is battleship. It means a battleship. And there is a story why they are called the Portuguese men of war, but they look like battleship because there is a gas bubble, and that gas bubble pops out of water. So if suppose 10, 15 of them are moving in one direction, it looks like that these men of war, they are moving in one direction and to attack And there is a story related to Portuguese, so that I'm not discussing right now here. But Portuguese man of war is Physalia, which is an umbrella like free swimming one, and Aurelia. Okay. With this, one more thing, if you can remember, coral. C for coral, C for colonial, C for calcium carbonate exoskeleton. Coral, they are colonial forms. They have calcium carbonate exoskeleton. Hindi name of coral is Munga. The Telugu name is Pagadam. In English, we call them corals. Okay? Corals are cnidarians. They are colonial cnidarians. In fact, some of them, they look very beautiful. So their exoskeleton are collected and then they make shapes out of that. One of them, which is red in color, is given as a treatment of some problem related to the planet Venus. Okay, so it is related to the planet Venus. The treatments are given. Okay, and yeah, it is a semi-precious stone, and many women they wear it in necklace, or many people they wear it in their ring fingers. I mean their rings. They wear the munga or pagadam, particularly the red one, Corallium rubrum. I think the main points of cnidarians are over. Examples of cnidarians, learn them. When I come on the next time, I will make you answer those examples, okay? And we have to meet one more time before your test. All the very best. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Okay? Bye-bye. Take care, children. God bless you all. Coming in error. Never mind. Those who want, they can take the screenshot. This one, you can take a screenshot. This one, you can take a screenshot of this one, the second last page. Take the screenshot of this page. Take the screenshot of this page. Take the screenshot of this page. Hello? Huh? Okay. Calling, just calling. Okay. You can take the screenshot of this one. Take the screenshot of this one. And I think the last one is this one also. You can take a screenshot. And this one also, you can take the screenshot. From here, we start today. Before that is some other subject. We start from 22nd slide number. My class is over, children. God bless you all.
आपका वो चैप्टर्स है, ये चैप्टर्स फाइनल करने के लिए सकते अभी वॉल्यूम 1 देने के लिए एनिमल किंगडम दे दिया आपने। राइट,
ये 2 भी हो गया। अभी कल फोन करना भूल गया उसको मैं। अभी फोन से बता देते हैं उनको। हो गया ये हो गया।
ये हो गया तो ये वॉल्यूम 1
ये हो गया बिल्कुल हो गया।